everybody. Did you make it to the end of the week?
Who is that super stud?
Who's that super stud butthole? It's Pokey! Before Pokey, we had Paul Rose, who has not died, in case you're... They look like an immoriamdom.
No, I wanted to...
He's totally alive.
Who it was.
Who was that? Come on, everybody. It's Friday!
Yes, Jack, weirdos unite! Aloha, Kelly Debs, Paul Rose, WTF, Ed!
Ed is in the house. Ed is our Tiki friend. Ed is not a YouTuber or an eBayer. He is a Tiki person. Does everything sound a little weird? Carla Olsen's here.
Bam!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Pokies. You're firing on all cylinders today. That's just extra.
What I love is Ed says, "Aloha, everyone. Primo, Spam, Pokey, resellers, and all."
Resellers. That's what we do. That's what gathers us around. Gather around me, my son.
And your mom is here.
My mom is here.
She's not in the comments. Comment, Nance. That is Penny Lane.
She just told you that she's here secretly.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, we got a late start today because I
Tiki people
put my wine in my shoe, so
yep.
I will not be animated and happy today. She's gonna be a barrel of monkeys, but my wine is on our white carpet right here below me. And
I'm not going to be a barrel of monkeys.
You are.
Yay!
You're a barrel of monkeys.
She says I made it. She was having problems.
Logging on?
She was using her TV, like smart TV, I guess, and it wasn't working, so she's now using the PC.
Oh, sometimes very once in a while you can get a problem. I think, just like YouTube can be down on a smart TV type thing.
So Jack, Jack,
what
thank you.
Doing?
Spam sent you a Facebook message with a new friend who wants to know more about Tiki. Her and her husband are building a Tiki bar in their backyard. Okay, I'm guessing you probably sent it to
Tiki.
Spam Banshee on Facebook, which I never checked, so now I will. Thank you.
We know something about Tiki. Number 1, Tiki, go get rum. Number 2, Tiki. Possibly number 1, get a shirt. Number 3, you're Tiki now. You can just be Tiki.
He's so tiny that he can just walk around on the desk.
I don't have the...
Mommy needs to...
Cover your shame. I need to find the music because that's what's missing.
This is not a centerfold.
Bert Pokey over here. Hi, Bert. How are you today?
That makes me think of Chi-Chi. I feel like we should show them Chi-Chi.
We missed Chi-Chi from last year. Pokes, oh my gosh, did you go drink all the wine off the carpet? Is that what happened? Is that why you're crazy? Are you going to go play with matches now? That's what crazy
Seriously,
dogs
Pokey
do.
attack. It's like Godzilla or... Oh, look at him. I'm rubbing his ear. Look at how cute that is.
I need show more options.
I'm braiding his ear.
Play with okay, here we go. I think we got it.
Okay, there we go.
Oh, everybody. Does this just take us right to the place?
I love WTF. Don't worry about late starts. We're used to that.
We're all buddies here, aren't we?
This is now a legit pat on the back without you asking me.
I do my best.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Jack. He sent it to Primo's account. Okay, I'm going to look. Thank you.
So
we will both
That's definitely
look.
what does that stand for? Super open Ladybug is here. Let's take a moment out to say aloha to Ladybug. I haven't seen you so long.
It's been far too long.
Spam was asking about you just the other day. We were like, where's the Ladybug?
I hope you're doing great. I hope the new job is awesome. I am so excited to see you if you can't tell. Wow. Thanks
Pokey's
for being
licking
here.
my finger. Oh, you're such a good boy.
Mike Seller, aloha from the cellar.
We got 3 Pokies of that one. I wonder how's everybody? Jovial Juggler's here. SpongeBob Friday Business.
So did Paul Rose? Oh, okay. He did say, haha, thanks, guys. LOL.
Paul Rose has been, first of all, let's just take, he didn't die. It kind of seemed like maybe that was like his memorial thing.
Well, now everyone knows that's Paul Rose.
That is Paul Rose, who is one of, I mean, to call him a fan is not really the words to use. I mean, I most definitely
a friend.
Think of him as a friend. He sends us pictures every week.
Now. Come on.
We checked with him. We could share them and stuff.
Be discreet.
He shares us some of his pictures from his olden day adventures and stuff, and they were all so great.
They make me so happy.
And we wanted to put them together in a little montage. And I totally thought it looked like a memorial, which, by the way, not totally sure he hasn't been reanimated. I mean, he could be dead and been... he could be a zombie. I don't know. He stays up late. But one of the best... Like I said, not a fan, but a supporter. Not just us. Flipping ain't easy. Major win. The people who are on Hayfro cells. Paul Rose is there for everybody, and I just want to say thank you to
Major
Paul Rose.
Win. Yes, Ed. Weirdos for Horn 2024. It's so true. I like it when people say I'm weird.
No, Ladybug says. Far too long. I hate the new job. Wah. Would rather. I mean, I'm saying wah from my point of view, not from yours. I'm saying I'm sad for you. Would like to be here. Would rather be here, and I am today. Took a mental health day and hung out with my son. Oh my gosh! So you normally this is like a special occasion.
Wow! So that's
welcome.
I love that you're here with us. That's even more special now.
Paul Rose just can't walk outside at daytime. That's all. He's fine. He's fine.
You're so funny.
Remember who was that in the interview with the vampire? Who turned out to be the girl? And she's in all the movies. I mean, I like her.
Right. She's
Taylor
in
Dane or whatever.
War. She's in Civil War.
Yeah, what's her name? Claire Dane?
No. She's married to the redhead.
She looks like a Claire.
No.
What's her name though?
Biscuit.
Her name is Biscuit Butt?
No. Gosh dang it.
Anyway, she's there. And she's in an interview with a vampire, and she's in that tunnel.
Super tiny and young.
And then they put her in there to fry her, and then she was in the thing, and then the sunbeam came in, and there was nowhere else for her to hide, so she just turned into French fry.
And she was in the Fargo series too.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah, with her husband, who she met through the Fargo series.
A million other things, like Terminator, like the Civil War movie.
No, that's Claire Danes.
That's what I just said, Claire Danes.
No, it's not Claire Danes.
Oh, it's My Secret Super High School Life, or whatever that one was.
Oh my God, Ed, you're so right. It's actually, yes, thank you, Paul Rose. Kirsten Dunst.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So Kirsten Dunst turns into a French fry, and Paul Rose, knowing Kirsten Dunst, turns into a French fry.
Paul
stays out of the sun.
Vampire.
Yes, that's what we're assuming. We're putting 2 and 2 together, and coming up with 17.
Ed, that would be such a great country song. My wine is on my white carpet,
and a little bit in my shoe too.
Oh, right.
Like my what do you call these things?
Slipper.
Slipper's a little soggy.
He was like, great, my slipper's all wet. So yeah, he had a glass of wine, and literally right before coming on, he moved.
This arm right here? This arm thing right here?
It's on the floor still. I just threw a towel on it and said we'll have to take care of it after.
It's right there. It's sadness. It looks like we should put a little tape around the outside.
Oh, like a murder scene?
Yes, because it looks like murder.
It does.
Murder, she wrote.
Like purple blood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I saw Kirsten Dunst at Johnny Rockets a long time ago. Long time ago. Biff Boffo saw Kirsten Dunst at the Johnny Rockets.
So Ryan is saying Christopher Lee played Dracula.
Yes.
He was a Brit. You're a Brit.
Christopher Lee
you're a vampire.
played the weird Dracula movie. It was called Dracula, right? It was actually called Dracula. Dracula. Can you believe we missed Miss Dracula at the Tiki this year?
I can't. Yeah. So, right.
The only one lamer than us is Michael V, who went to the Tiki, had a great time, and came home with COVID. So.
No, it seems like several people got COVID.
It was a super spreader. Good thing we didn't go. Thank goodness.
I know. I was sort of like, oh, maybe it's a good thing we didn't go.
Kirsten Dunst is uncle's Callie Deb's uncle's neighbor in Toluca Lake. Toluca Lake is like where I wanted to live my whole life growing up because of what's his name? Who did the nighttime shows in the 50s? The guy I like. Rochester. You know that guy? What's his name? Anyway, he lived in Toluca Lake. So did Bob Hope. So did anybody who's anybody
Is
lived in
that
Toluca
an upscale area?
Yes. It's in the valley. Technically, it's like maybe not quite in Hollywood. It was like a place where LA moved into in the 50s. Toluca Lake was a high-end kind of a like nice big but flat houses. So you had like a 10-room house, but it was all on one level because there was land out there to spread out. So they made the mid-century modern MCM houses.
Ooh, nice.
So single story, flat roofs, the whole bit. And Bob Hope and Jack Benny, that's who I was thinking of.
Oh, okay.
Jack Benny's out there. You got your I have a couple of friends who live in Toluca Lake because it's right on the border. I think it's not quite as hot as the Valley. Like if you're on the floor of the valley, you're dying today. Right now, you're hot. I think Toluca has a lake in it, cools it off a little bit. I think Toluca Lake is Burbank. It's like essentially
Callie
Burbank.
Debs is saying half is in Burbank and half is in North Hollywood.
Yeah, and North Hollywood is fake. So let me describe this to you. We have I'm going to take 45 minutes to describe geography of LA. It's a circle, and then there's some mountains up here, and then there's some mountains over here, and then you drive through a road in the center of the mountains. And then this side of the circle, you got like Beverly Hills, and you got like Hollywood. And then you have this like right where it's all the people and the cars and everything squeeze through the mountains through this little place where Universal Studios is and stuff. That's sort of where you like squeeze into the valley. And right there's Toluca Lake, and I think that's probably technically Burbank, you're saying. And North Hollywood is sort of over the hill. So Hollywood's all in the circle of trust of LA. But North Hollywood squirts over through the channel created by 101 right there, or whatever. Not 101. What goes through there? 5? No, 101.
Ed is saying, are any of us really alive? Tiki keeps me moving and enthused, which, by the way...
Moving and enthused?
No.
Oh.
Tiki North on bigheavyworld.com/stream, or where's the slash? And
yeah, that's right.
And tonight.
At what time?
On the East Coast, it's from 8 to 10 p.m. and he plays the most awesome music. It legit makes me so happy when I listen to his show.
And he has his own song that makes us happy too.
He has his own song. So at 9 o'clock on the mark, he goes, he does a live stream on Instagram while he's still broadcasting on the radio. And he does a live stream video and he talks about some recipes of mocktails, cocktails. And he plays his ukulele.
It's mocktail time. It's cocktail time. Here on Tiki North.
I love it so much. Anyhow, try to tune in if you can. It's really great.
Biff is saying the San Fernando Valley is a beautiful time capsule. It is.
Have I ever been there?
No. There's no reason to go to the valley. If you're going to go to LA, you don't go to the valley.
Why wouldn't I go there to see that if it's a beautiful time capsule?
I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying if you're going to LA for like a couple of days, you don't make it to the valley. You go to the ocean. You go to the place. You go to see the Eames House in the Pacific Palisades. You go to Beverly Hills. You go to the Tiki Tea over on Sunset and whatchamacallit in the place where the people are. Our friends are in like Los Feliz. Josh Galt's here too.
Jolio is bringing up that it is Richard Simmons' birthday today.
Well, I would like to take a second and
Pauly
wish the
Shore is
greatest
gonna
birthday.
play him in a
whether he likes it or not, whether Richard likes it or not. Happy birthday to Richard Simmons. We speak your name.
And it is the 50th anniversary of Jaws coming out as a book. Next year is the 50th anniversary of it being released as a movie.
What did we sell just recently? We sold a book about the Martha's Vineyard, about the filming of it.
Yes.
For like $100.
Yeah.
It was like
signed by the author.
It was signed by the author,
Yeah.
right? That's right.
And that was from the collection of film-related books that we have from the estate of a
Important
local professor.
person. His name is...
Frank Manchel.
Frank Manchel, thank you. That is his name. We also speak his name. And I just want to say I love Josh's telling of his trip where he rode his kids hard and put them away wet on that vacation, which is this is a it's a horse reference.
It sounds like a lot of barf bags.
Yeah, it was crazy. And he's just like, kids, get in the car. We are going to do everything possible in California except for like fun stuff like Disneyland and stuff. We're going to see every tree you've ever thought that there was. And he did it all in 5 days. Shocked. The kids came home and barfed all over everything, which kind of makes sense.
But isn't that Josh? He's like such a go. Let's get this done. Woo woo.
His kids are like, wait a minute. I just can imagine it because he said where he went. And if you know California at all, he did this giant square of giantness. Well, maybe a triangle. So he did Tahoe, Yosemite, San Francisco. That's a huge triangle of travel. So I'm gonna just on the math. Let's see. I'm gonna say that's like if you had 5 days there times 24 hours, that's like 125-ish, right? Or 120. And then if you take out the travel, there's about 100 hours of travel in there. So you had 20 hours to sleep, eat, to enjoy
the first time I ever went on a plane was to Vegas for a trade show.
That was your first time on a plane?
Yep. Wow. First time ever. And it was fine. And the first time is always like the best for me because I'm like, I don't know what to expect. I'm open to anything, blah, blah, blah. So, but on the way home, everything was still fine until we went to land here locally at Burlington International Airport. And there was a storm and we couldn't land.
And they moved the airport. They're like, oh, Burlington's not here anymore.
And we couldn't land because it was so stormy. And there was a lot of turbulence. And all of a sudden, people started barfing. And I was like, oh, hell no.
Cue barfs. And
it was like, oh, God, please no.
Blah.
And then I was like, I have to go to the bathroom so bad.
Wow.
I was like,
and
this is
the
awful.
2,700 miles of flights each way.
Yeah.
Because you know how that is.
Insane.
Yeah.
And so we couldn't land in Burlington, the local airport, immediately. And we started running out of fuel. So we had to fly to Connecticut to refuel, to then fly back to Burlington.
You still didn't land here.
And
by the way, resellers are the most dehydrated people on the planet. Make sure you drink your water. Resellers. Wait. Didn't you end up going to like Whitehall, New York or something? Didn't we have to pick you up?
Did you drive there and pick me up?
I believe so, yeah.
What?
You didn't you never landed in Burlington. You landed in Whitehall.
I just remember running to a bathroom when I got off the plane because I was like, oh, God.
Ooga. Josh's kids were troopers. I hope they make it and remember this as a fun, exciting trip. I mean,
yeah, they will.
I mean, of course it's going to be. It's going to be memorable no matter what, right? Even if what they remember is Sam Seafood's coming back out.
They're going to laugh at that.
I know. Totally.
They're going to be like, oh, God.
You, my friend, just made some of the hardest core memories that can be made. For the rest of their lives, they will remember this trip for sure.
Ryan is saying, I have a regional airport basically in my backyard. And yes, Ryan
isn't the whole Midwest, Ryan? Isn't that just all like flat?
Seriously.
You can just land anywhere.
Ryan has a YouTube channel, and he's now focused on like weather and stuff.
And his crazy weather.
It's like a really actually entertaining. So go check him out.
It's not Ryan resells Infinity. It is just Ryan, parenthetical Ryan. It's confusing, but he is just Ryan. Not.
Wait, Joey a juggler. Paul Rose, don't forget to squeeze those buns.
Wah, wah, wah.
Because Paul was doing star jumps in celebration of Richard Simmons' birthday.
Oh, very good. Very good. At this age, though, you could hurt yourself tremendously with a star jump.
Well, as Motorcycle Dork says, 50,
you might shit your pants. That's what he says. He's like, it's always good to wear an undershirt. You should always, after 50, you should just always have an undershirt because you never know when you might need to take it off and use it to mop up. Yeah. And I think that's smart. That's smart.
I like that. I'll always keep one in the car. Have not had to worry about that yet, but it's coming, I'm sure. Jovial Juggler, may I also add, it's Eat Your Jello Day.
Is it? Eat your Jello. Your J-Lo to Jello. That's what we did. We did J-Lo to Jello.
We did Jello to J-Lo.
No.
True. What? Wait, which one of us started out as J-Lo and ended up as Jello?
Me, obviously. Obviously. I should show you pictures somewhere. There's pictures of me. Not me. Like a different me when I was a normal person.
I sort of wanted to like talk about the Sven Kirsten auction. Yeah, but it ended at the end of June. And I don't know if we can even go back and like view anything about it. So
Ryan got 70 subscribers from him doing the weather stuff. So he's like, guess I'm a weather.
That's awesome.
No, that's awesome.
Why not? Yeah, there's Paul Rose. You know, Paul's hair is everything.
It is. He has big hair. He keeps it all flattened down now because he's old, but it's still. You can see it's still.
Can you show that? Can you just like
still a caged tiger?
This picture here.
It's still a caged tiger. How do I do that? Hold on. And then I just have to go. Hold on. I'm gonna get it. Chrome. Click the Chrome. Do you see? Well, there's my music.
It's coming. Oh, there it is. Just look at that. Is that like
just
the
look into those
of the 80s?
He has like bluish eyes, but you can't see it in there. Look into those dreamy blues.
Look at those little cheeks. Don't you want to squish those little cheeks? Squish those cheeks. How awesome is that? Seriously,
He's got good pictures from the olden days.
Yeah, he does. I'm like jealous of the life he had. It looks like he had so much fun.
Wait, stay there. I can't do everything at once.
So get out of there.
You wanted to go look at Sven Kirsten's auction.
Oh yeah. Can we?
Well, I gotta try not to dox myself, so I'll go there first.
How do we even see that? So it was Peekaboo Galleries, right?
Yeah, Sven's an old friend. I mean, like the oldest friend. He wrote the Book of Tiki, literally the Book of Tiki, and he also is a good friend. I don't know if they have a catalog.
Not like
iCollector.com.
Oh, okay.
Entertain them for a second. 6x6 is here. Let's go.
6x6. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Aloha, Miss Merritt, if you're close by.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. Yeah, no upcoming auctions. We can't see previous ones then.
Paul says his hair is tied back 99% of the time, but it's ready to be unleashed when required.
Okay, so Josh is saying he looks like the lead singer from
Chili Whack.
I don't know Chili Whack.
That sounds like Canadian.
That up?
That's a Canadian reference.
And Paul is saying it's tied back 99% of the time now.
I just read that.
Oh, sorry.
How dare you for
Because
not
I was
listening
reading.
to me?
Oh.
Well, you never listen. That's just proof.
Wah.
I don't see the
WTF.
band. Oh, here's a band. It's a band.
Wait, can we find older pictures of them?
I don't know, Josh. I'm not sure I can approve your reference. I'm not approving your reference.
Wait, no one saw that?
Okay.
But
here, we're going to go. Okay, yeah, we're going to take a poll here. If this has anything to do with Chili Wag. Definitely Canadian. I don't think this is not good. This is not good. I'm not going to say Josh is throwing back grandma's old cough syrup right now, but this is not Paul Rose.
No,
these are some old Canadians.
Them now we gotta find older pictures of them.
No, this is their Wikipedia.
WTF is saying, have I ever mentioned that I've always misheard? Why are you even mentioning this? This is hilarious. That I've always misheard Janet Jackson's whoops now as boobs now. Yeah, we haven't done
okay. Here we got some older pictures. Okay.
Oh, nice.
I see what's happening here. I see what we're doing with the hair.
Okie dokie.
Oh, look at this. That's a good one, right? Look at this. This is what I tried to do. This guy's got full Canadian moose knuckle. You see that? That's the man camel toe. This is full moose knuckle apprenticeship here. This guy looks like he's from Pink Floyd. This guy, yeah.
He looks a little devilish.
And this guy we call Bear.
Oh, I like Bear.
Yeah,
and then the guy in the back looks so happy.
He looks like a girl.
Oh, he's so happy.
He's so good.
And then the guy in the plaid shirt sort of reminds me of the guy that has been in some superhero movies. And then he was in that horrible accident from a snowplow thing.
Oh, he played the arrow shooter.
Yeah,
Doink.
yeah. He
Doink.
reminds me of him.
Doink. Okay, I'll allow that. But I'm glad that I'm glad we looked deeper into this. It's allowable, Josh. We allow that reference.
But I love
This is our show.
I love Paul's photos.
He sends them to us every Friday, and we look forward to it.
Isn't that the best?
Thankfully, we wake up. He's ahead of us, so when we wake up in the morning on Friday, we have a little treat in our mailbox.
So we got another 2 emails, but it was after we already did this little slideshow. So
No, I put him in there.
Oh, you did?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
You know how I roll? I'm up to date. I'm smooth like that.
Ryan says Charles Manson vibes.
From one of those dudes.
Yeah. Oh, from the one that I said looks like the guy
6x6. That dude had on the full Canadian tuxedo. It was like moose knuckle tight pants, and then he had like the vest on. And then you couldn't tell where the vest ended and his chest hair started. And I was like picking up some fashion tips.
Wait, what are those things called that are like half man and half horse?
Horse? That's a centaur.
Is that Centaur. That's what that guy was?
Do you know when is it it was an Anchorman. They had like the scene where Will Ferrell and Christina Applegate, they like meet and he's a centaur and she's
Your mom agrees with Ryan. Yes, for sure. Manson vibes. Oh, and right now I think about it. Yeah. Which then brings me back to last Friday when we were watching.
Paul, well, anything that's inappropriate, we will pixelate with the big square pixels. So nothing. Yeah. We won't show anything, but make sure you send us all the stuff so that we can.
But they seriously make me so happy, even though I was not a hair metal person. I see
John Taylor. John, welcome to Friday. Another reason why Fridays ain't easy.
Wait, Fallout.
That's that. So he's watching that TV show, which he watched a long time ago. He was like first on the scene with that. We still haven't watched it yet, but it's on our list of things we have to watch. And then I think they play like Hawaiian music sometimes in it. It's a weird.
Neat.
It's like a video game that went into a TV show. That's like a whole thing.
Ryan is asking, have you guys tried the Mountain Dew Baja Laguna lemonade? No. It's a tiki-ish can design. Okay, let's
I have
look that up.
ADHD. I'm not allowed to. My mom is here. I'm not allowed to eat anything red eat or drink anything red or nothing with added sugar.
Paula's
I
hilarious.
just need to eat a whole bunch of lean cuisines.
Do me a favor and use big pixels.
I'm going to use big pixels.
For an ego boost.
I'm going to use the big pixels. Biff Baffa says, we had a Mountain Dew 2 weeks ago. We decided to try this little like shack in the middle of the road in Vermont, and imagine they have Cuban and tacos. So we tried them, and then, long story short, everyone
was like, "Oh, this place is so great." And
it's Vermont, though.
We were like, "Yes, let's
this
go
place
try
has
it."
a Cuban that just wins. So there's only 1 or 2 places with Cubans in Vermont, so that's why they won. They won just out of sheer default because there's nothing else. But we do have actual Santiago's, which is a friend of ours who is actually Cuban.
Why haven't we been there?
Because you have to make reservation and go at night when we're asleep.
There?
And plus eBay, we can't afford to do anything except for...
True.
We basically go out from like 6 to 10 at night and sell pencils. That's like my new thing is like I sell pencils.
I agree with you, Jovial. If Paul Rose had a top hat on in that picture, he could pass for Slash. Yes, absolutely.
And 6x6
Okay,
says,
now I feel like we
the
need
big pixel energy.
We need to try this Mountain Dew. I
didn't finish the story. We had one just the other day.
Right, but
I had my Mountain Dew for this year.
It was a regular Mountain Dew.
I had one for this year, like my Mountain Dew for the year. It reminds me of a long time ago.
You get a 12-pack at Dollar General. Yikes.
Back in the day, before I moved here, before I met you, before your life was changed for the better by meeting me, I was back in California, little baby James. I was building redwood decks, and we would get up pretty early in the morning to go build them, and we would stop by, at the time, Taco Bell. Had breakfast, of all places, and they also had bring whatever container you wanted to endless soda. So you could bring your own containers and fill up their soda. And we used to go there and get Mountain Dew in those kind of like 1 gallon thermos containers. This seems really loud, doesn't it?
I don't know. How does that music sound to you guys?
It's probably just mellow to them.
Let's just wait until they tell us.
They're like, there's not even any music on.
Exactly.
But anyway, I got sick of Mountain Dew from doing that. And it used to be so much caffeine in it. And we would just be like, just pinned. Like, and then we'd have to go to the way you built decks back in the day is we would have to go to Home Depot and get a couple of helpers because there was so much cement and wood to tote around. We couldn't do it on our own. And so they actually made it pretty easy it was called Earthlings Foundation.
Thanks
Redwood
you guys.
decks.
Okay, good to know. It sounds okay.
Nice.
Did I already read Ed's comment? The guy with the guitar.
Biff, this is just old music, though.
The guy with the guitar looks like America's Choice, Jerry Garcia. That was in one of the photos, so he must be a little behind. Biff Boffo, where do you procure Taco Bell? Around here?
No, you can't. We can't around here.
You can up north,
yeah,
like
that's right.
45 minutes away.
We had 5 Taco Bells in the state. We're down to 1.
And
it's a combination Pizza Hut and Taco Bell.
You feel like you're probably getting a lot of booger and spit in it.
Or like feline AIDS. Just something horrible. I mean,
Cades?
Just not Cades.
Isn't it called Cades?
I call it Cades. But it's filthy, dirty, gross.
So, you remember we used to have our checklist of boobs, death, and poop?
Yeah.
So we did
cover it all?
boobs and death. No one knows about the poop, but we did.
Are you gonna tell?
So Ryan is saying it's Mountain Dew mango lemonade flavor. That really sounds like it would be a great
Ryan
mixer.
has 6 Taco Bells within 10 minutes.
That Mountain Dew sounds like it could be a great mixer for
1
something.
Taco Bell in the state, Biff. It's craziness. When I first moved here, they had one in the mall, which is about 5 miles away. They had one in this underground tunnel at the University of Vermont. It brought the kids from one side of the thing to the other side underneath a busy road. And there was a Taco Bell under there. They were like hidey-holing Taco Bells all over the place, and then they all just vanished. And you can go, if you go on the freeway, I guess an hour and a half away from here, you can get to a non-filthy, dirty Taco Bell.
Yeah, so Biff, we used to have a Taco Bell in our local mall, and...
Didn't I just say that?
I have no clue. I'm reading comments. Sorry!
Well, just go ahead. Say it. No.
Oh, we're frozen.
Oh, we froze.
Someone's messing up on... Someone's calling in. Or look at my double
Look
chin.
how happy we are. Wah, wah, wah.
Someone... Did you put your phone in silent mode or in do not disturb?
Jeremy Renner is the name.
Thank you.
Paul Rose.
Hawkeye actor, yes. Do you want to try fixing?
No. It's going to leave us like that. I feel like that represents our stuff.
You look like you're looking at Pokey and you're so proud of your son.
I know.
And I look
Ooh,
like...
I just put my foot
I
in
look
some
like
of the wine on the floor.
A Disney park character.
Yeah, you do. You look like a princess's mom.
I think that...
You look like a princess's mom, sweetie. Did you hear that comment?
Huh?
You look like a princess's mom.
Oh, like from Cinderella?
That's a queen. Never mind.
Oh.
I served 2 years at the Bell, 90 to 91. Oh my
gosh.
We came back.
We're back because somebody was interrupting our call. Our stream. Whoa, stuff is happening.
There's something very special and sacred about Taco Bell. Not Del Taco. I mean, Taco Bell. It has to be Taco Bell. But I'm wondering if 91, did you still have, was it pre-expansion? Did you still have the old buildings? Or were those gone by 91? Trying to think, when I left Palo Alto, there was still, Taco Bell was still in their original building. But there was new ones that had popped up by then. But the original Taco Bells have 3 arches, and they look like little adobe buildings.
Oh, right. You've shown that to me.
I have.
WTF was saying, do you know the Turkish soda dag? That's something delicious. Now I want to try that.
Exactly. Demolition Man lied. I mean, they could very well win the fast food wars. And then everything is Taco Bell.
Yeah, so Paul and Biff, we were the last state in the U.S. to get a Walmart. Now I think we have 2.
I think so, too, yeah.
2, maybe 3.
We like to fight. We're fighters.
We don't allow billboards along the interstates.
Oh, we have no billboards in the state.
No, it's really nice.
We used to be one of the 2 states that allowed, you can just put a AK-47 down your pants. There's no hidden weapons or whatever. You can just carry a bazooka around with you. If you have a license to carry a bazooka, which is a advanced license, you can just carry them in your pants.
Oh, Ed did say that the music is a little loud, but it's not totally drowning out the banter.
Son of a gun.
So turn it down a hair.
It's so hard. See, it says 49 right here in this tiny little thing. And I just went to 41. Now Ed's going to be I can't hear it. There's no music. It's so sensitive.
If I were on the other side listening, it would probably be extremely distracting for me. I can't stand when there's people talking and loud music.
You know what you love more than anything else? Being
telling
distracted.
Me that.
Yeah, and telling me how you're distracted.
All the time.
And how nothing is perfect.
Because he talks all the time.
It's 99% perfect.
She's
but wait,
gazillion
that 1%.
windows open on his computer with the news and with YouTube.
I gotta know what's happening.
And with a movie. And
I
I'm
need
just
to know.
My head is an emoji.
How do you know what happened in 1985 to the Doc and Michael J. Fox in Back to the Future? You've only seen that movie 1,000 times. Something could have changed. That's the point. I gotta watch these movies over and over in case something changes. I didn't have any wine. I feel way crazier than I should. I should have had that wine and felt goofier. Now I just feel serious.
Ryan was saying that my hometown Walmart was the first outside of Arkansas. It's store number 9.
Did you seriously say Arkansas?
Yes, I did. On purpose.
On purpose?
On purpose.
It's like store number 9. Niner. Did I hear a niner in there, Ryan?
Niner.
In England, they don't even have guns. You can't have guns.
I know. Yeah.
It's probably different than here.
Yeah. So, yeah. I used to have this guy that would come into my store like every weekend. And he would talk about...
Guns?
He was like... Yeah, it was so bizarre. But
they're like gun fetishists.
He thought he was my best friend. It was really odd. But anyhow, eventually he just like disappeared. I don't know what happened to him. It sort of creeped me out. Something to do
with guns, maybe.
And he wore like a long trench coat, and I don't know. It was weird.
Did he have metal legs? Was he 10 feet tall? Did he have a camelback with?
He had like this red glowing eyeball. And then when he would turn around, I noticed like this metal part of his skull.
Where there used to be a robot brain. Yep. All I gotta say is we don't have any Taco Bells.
Jovial, I love that. Never understood why people will take a laxative pill when there is Taco Bell.
Perfectly good Taco Bell in the town.
Right, fill your stomach.
Yeah,
while
we do have. Right? If you're looking for food enema, we do have Domino's here, and that is for sure 100% guaranteed to increase your flow of poo. Could I have thought of a different way to say that, Andy Grosser?
I don't know what you said. I was reading comments.
I said, you want me to repeat it?
Please, yeah.
Oh. I don't know if it's repeatable.
Something about flowing poo?
Yeah. Domino's can increase your poop flow if that's what you're looking for.
Oh, yeah.
As a laxative. It's the grossest way to say laxative. But Domino's is gross. I'm not saying that I won't eat it.
We haven't
been a long
had it
time.
in a very long time because of the river of poo.
I think we during the pandemic we did do a bit of doo-doo, and we tested things so we could sit there and go, it feels like every time I have Domino, I increase my output, and we proved it. That's all I gotta say. And we did a video on it. Remember, Angels with Guilty Wings or whatever that stupid thing was called.
On our other channel, yeah, I woke up one morning and I went to the fridge and there was like the most disgusting pizza I have ever seen in my life.
She went to bed early. In my defense, she went to bed at like 7. And I'm sitting here like up, like I need to figure something out. Like, I'm by myself. I can't be left here.
Hot lava isn't only in Hawaii.
No.
Your mom, TMI.
It's Domino's. That's all I'm saying.
Paul Rose was telling us that you can, but you, in regards to guns, you can, but you have to join a gun club, get certificates in practice, apply, and if you get it, have a gun safe installed and regular visits. Oh, that makes sense. I like that. Paul Rose, my cousin had a shotgun with the zombies up here. I'm heading to his when the zombies yes. I know. It's like find those people.
Oh,
right?
in Vermont, Vermont's an interesting state.
A lot of people have guns.
Like everybody.
We have a Republican governor. However, when it comes to president, it's usually a Democrat. But yeah, I mean, people like to have their guns here, and yeah. It's a combo, which I
we have
guess
an
is
interesting
nice,
state
right?
that's working. Well, it may just be because there's only 650,000 people in the state.
Yeah, we're tiny.
I pretty much chalk it up to that, but we do have an interesting makeup.
Yeah.
And basically everybody has got a gun. She's got a little pink number, a little pink. What do you call that thing? You call that a bluesel flyer? What do you call that thing? A rumble bus? A bluster bomb? You call it something.
A lollipop? I don't know what you're talking about.
She's got a bluster bomb lollipop. You know what I'm talking about.
Wait, is Cornhusker here?
Cornhusker's here. White Castle cleans you out. Look out! Yeah, White Castle, you know what I like about White Castle is they take me back to olden days, like when meat tasted like
There's no White Castles
Cardboard
here.
and
There's
plastic.
no In-N-Outs. We have McDonald's, Burger King. We have an occasional Wendy's, if you even dare go there. We have a Kentucky Fried Chicken where people post online that they scream at you if you ask for a crispy chicken.
Crispy, how dare you!
We have Starbucks. We have several Starbucks.
We've got so many Starbucks. We actually have a drive-through Starbucks now. It took us a long time to get that. In this place where it is like negative 32 sometimes, it took us just until last year.
We have a Five Guys, right? We still have a Five Guys.
Yeah. You know what? You're saying all these things, and I'm not feeling better about where we live.
Our grocery store sells frozen
Food.
White Castle
Our grocery store
sliders,
sells food.
right?
Yes.
Sliders.
And they do a good job of tasting exactly like the gross microwaved real ones. They taste pretty much the same.
Ryan resells infinity.
Ryan resells infinity here coming. Parenthetical Ryan a run for his money. White Castle has chicken?
Your mom is saying White Castle in the U.S.? Yeah.
White Castle, yeah. It's an East Coast thing. It's not a West Coast thing, but they might have one.
Oh, it's only East Coast?
They're also called Crystals, I think. The Crystals and White Castle are the same company.
Oh, right. And true. Ed brings up a really good point. In Vermont, it is legal to be naked in public if you leave your house naked.
Yes.
You cannot strip once you're in public, but you can walk freely, everything hanging out.
And you can have guns strapping all over you.
Yeah.
Strappy guns. In fact, one of our friends who passed away, an artist named John Douglas, one of his, I don't know if you call it a trope. Not a trope. But one of his, like, sort of things that he did as an artist, he was a very prolific artist.
He was
one
naked.
of his main things was he was naked
guns.
with a machine gun. And there'd be like 10 of them in one picture. And he just, like, he did a lot of different things, but he'd always come back to this one sort of
really creative
visual of him nude.
I eat the Whole Foods hot food bar every day. Yum.
Brightline, that's...
We don't have Whole Foods here. Can
we
you
don't-
believe it?
We have health food stores. We have good health food stores, but they kept Whole Foods out because
So it was sort of like, you're going to compete with the locally owned health food store. So no, poo poo.
But I worked at Whole Foods way back in 1990-ish. I worked at Whole Foods, and I've always been a big Whole Foods booster. If I'm around them, I'll eat there. And their hot food, if you...
Bearded! Good afternoon!
Aloha, man, and welcome to the big party! I will always eat their hot bar at Whole Foods. And looks like, because they have like, when you go into the Whole Foods hot bar, it's not just hot bar, it's all kinds of bars, but they have like multiple salad stations for different kinds of salad. And it's like, wow, my brain's exploding. Oh, also my wallet exploded because for one meal, I just spent like $37. But it is good. I mean, I gotta say.
Your mom is saying Primo was the Pennsylvania
Palo
Whole Foods.
Alto?
Oh, sorry.
It was not the first. I want to say it was the third Whole Foods ever, but the first couple were in Texas. And then ours was the first in California. I don't know. There was just a very small amount of them. And then they moved into
WTF.
an Oldsmobile, literally like a 1950s Oldsmobile. That was an Oldsmobile dealership, and it still had the paintings of the old cars like up on the ceiling, and Whole Foods left that there. Like it was they left it sort of looking, you can't tell it was a car dealership, but if you knew, you're like, oh yeah, totes.
WTF says, I'm naked right now. But
That's Germany. Don't you have to take off your clothes at like 8 o'clock at night?
Paul is like, you aren't at James's house, are you? The great reseller in life.
James is nude. What time is it? Yeah. No bill. Ryan says Vermont, no billboards plus no food makes Jimmy a dull boy.
It's The Shining, yes. Oh, by the way, she died.
Who? What?
Shelley Duvall.
Oh, yeah. Who's saying that?
You just said makes Primo a dull boy.
Thank you.
Which is...
Yeah, you made a cross. I got it.
Yeah, Shelley Duvall died. In her sleep, she had been in hospice care.
Oh, she had.
because she had diabetes problems. And who is it that we watch on YouTube and they interviewed her because she her car and it was full of crap.
They're called
the ghouls.
They're called You should go see it because actually they were the first to interview her in years. It was just last year.
Yeah.
And they're called the Grim Life Collective.
Yes.
And so they're into horror. Like, so they're horror vlogger type thing. So they go to shooting locations of movies. They talk about stuff, maybe go to graves sometimes, things like that. And they found her out in the middle of Texas, I think, last year. Or maybe the year before.
Yeah.
The first people really, because she was very, her handlers kept her isolated, and because she was very fragile emotionally or mentally, quite fragile. And so anyway, these guys cared about her and
yes,
cared for her.
Brightline E. Yes, Shelley Duvall played Olive Oil. Primo's nickname for me. Yes, I know.
Look at her arms. They're olive oil. They go like. That's right, Raggy. Mm-hmm. Oh, I just turned into Scooby, but I meant to be like.
But anyhow, she was great. Oh, which I'm gonna get that off the wall. Actually, you want to hold her son?
Yeah. Are you getting Shelley?
Yeah.
Look at the baby. Who needs to see the baby? Baby, look at the camera. You're uncooperative.
So we have this sign.
Yesterday I made these things with 2 pillows in the chair, and then I put him in here in the taco, and he stayed there for like 3 hours.
86. eBay. Ed says Vermont has Texas Roadhouse too, which is
brought to you by Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah.
Vermont has Texas Roadhouse. Brought to you by Texas Roadhouse. I can't believe this big freaking mess under my foot. My foot is sitting in soggy white carpet with red wine in it that we haven't had time to clean up yet. It looks like in about 5 minutes we can do that. We can get to business.
Oh, Sean Riddle. Hi, Sean.
Sean Riddle.
He's
Aloha.
saying, yeah, Shelley retired in 2002 and lived in Blanco. Is my vision right?
Blanco. Let's say Blanco.
Okay, Texas until she passed away. She did have a partner that reported.
Beard's nickname for his wife is Olive Oil too. And when she got married and she avoids sunlight when possible.
Oh, that's awesome.
Sounds like you, pretty much.
Well, I'm not 105 pounds anymore, but I don't
you
really
are 5'8".
I am 5'8". I don't
and you do
go
avoid
in the
sun.
Yeah. I've had people tell me I'm a ghost, which is fine. I don't mind. Danny isn't here anymore, Mrs. Torrance.
Who's Danny? He's a little boy that lives in my mouth.
Oh, wait. I think we said... Yeah, Danny isn't here, Mrs. Oh, right.
Biff
he doesn't
said
say anymore. He just says, Danny isn't here, Mrs. Torrance.
Right.
Isn't
he might say Danny
with
doesn't live
Hawaiian
here
music
anymore.
In the background?
He might say Danny doesn't live here anymore. He might say that.
Carla,
it's been a while since
yes,
we've seen that
it's your
thing.
pokey. Your pokey.
Triple pokes. Oh, so this is a normal, typical way to
Look at his bed. It looks like a scream mask. It's so awful.
This is falling apart, right? But don't look at that part. I'm just saying that he's like.
I need to trim that off.
So
That's
you can do
horrific.
this, and you can just kind of move them around. So look at those eyeballs. I put two pillows in a chair that has arms, and then I put this taco in between the 2 pillows, and he was sort of pinned in there, and he could move and everything. He was in there for like 2. Remember last night how he was in there?
He loved it.
And we were moving around doing stuff, and he was just sitting in there. So I made him like a thunder chair.
This bed is from when he first moved in with us.
It's his original bed. It's like 6 years old.
It's 6.5 years old. So it's totally shredded. I was going to try to repair it, but at this point we need to get him a new one. But he loves it. And I love it too. I love the smells of it. But we do need to get a new one for him. Oh, Poe.
I mean, or we can just let that one turn into invisible.
Your mom says, "Spammy, you are 100% Irish Rose."
She got the test. We got the tests, and hers came back at the time, which was like 10 years ago now. She came back 95% Irish.
But now more people in my lineage are doing it, so now I'm not as...
It's like 85%.
Yeah. There's...
but pretty much, you know.
Yeah, European, there's French... Yeah,
I am up to 2% Abernathy Jew, but it's like a 2% wrong, 2% possibility of not being accurate. What's that thing called? 2%. I've only heard it a million times. No, the one with the margin of error. Thank you.
Oh, right.
So I might not be, but my grandfather came from my mom, Penny Lane in the chat here. Her father came from Yugoslavia. And came over on the boat as a tyke in 1904, I think. Came through New Orleans. Like that's where you people don't realize this until you go to the Statue of Liberty to Ellis Island. You find out that most people didn't really come into New York. They came through other parts of the U.S. A lot of people from Europe came into New Orleans or Baton Rouge, fancy pants, and then they got trucked or on a different boat. I'm not totally sure on that part, but they end up at Ellis Island to get processed, even though they came in a different way.
WTF, I'm 100% Bavarian.
Nice. That means, what does that mean? That means that you got a nice car. You probably have like a bear skin that you wear a lot. You just wear like a bear's skin.
Paul Rose. You can read it.
Eventually, Pokey will be wearing that bed like a ghillie suit.
I don't know what a ghillie suit is.
Like a ghillie suit.
What is that?
Oh, we gotta look it up.
We're looking it up, Paul.
You'll know it once you see it.
You forgot the E.
You don't need the E. It's for hunting.
That's awesome. Yes. But it does look like it came out of like a horror movie.
Oh, it's time to go. We have, as you can hear, we'll turn this off. And then you can hear Loverboy in the background. And Loverboy does not lie. Loverboy comes in at 5 o'clock on Fridays, letting you know that it's time to go.
And WTF says a barbarian, not a Bavarian. Ed, soggy carpet now served at Texas Roadhouse.
Brought to you by Texas Roadhouse. Aloha, everybody. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
We hope you have a great weekend.
We appreciate you all. Yes, have a great weekend.
I hope you, if you're into eBay, I hope you have great sales over the weekend. If you're not in the eBay, I hope you just have a great weekend.
Just enjoy it. Have fun. Take a break. Love life.
Love it.
All that good stuff. Penny Lane, you are 25% Croatian. Yes. Lewis went through Ellis Island, then to New Orleans.
Like I just said. Thank you. All right, everybody. Have a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday. Bye, everybody.